how do we go towards universal high income instead of social unrest? So
why not both?
Or because we don't want social unrest.
Jews.
Yeah. So
have universal high income and social unrest. That's my prediction.
Oh, that will make for a lot of problems.
Is that your actual prediction?
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems likely.
I'm like, tell me
I'd
I'm
love
wrong.
to push back on it.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
but
it seems like that's the trend.
Yeah, totally.
No, we have.
Well, because there's going to be so much change.
Yeah,
exactly. People are going to be it's scared shitless.
Yeah, it's sort of the, it's like, be careful what you wish for because you might get it.
Yeah.
Now, if you actually get all the stuff you want, is that actually the future you want?
Yeah.
Because it means that your job won't matter.
If you're living an unchallenged life,
yes,
right, with no challenges, no, if you become a couch potato, if it's the Wall-E future, that does not go well for humans.
Well, and we're used to being told, here's your challenge. Yeah. So people haven't historically been very good at creating their own challenge in the absence of
I think Elon does a damn good job. Every time one company takes off, you start your next.
Oh, that's rare, though.
Glutton for punishment.
I think you are.
Yeah.
I think you are, but thank God for that. So why? So
it's
Elon,
like, why do I do this to myself?
Elon, why are you so optimistic? Are you optimistic? Let's start there.
I'm not as optimistic as you are.
Okay.
But
why are you optimistic?
I'm more optimistic than most people.
Okay.
And is the trend upward compared to a year ago, 2 years ago?
Well, I think if you reframe things in terms of progress bar, like speaking of challenges, progress towards a Kardashev 2 scale civilization.
Sure.
Well, let's say the aspiration,
capturing all the energy from the sun's output.
Well, let's even have a humbler aspiration than that. If we say that our goal is to even get 1/1,000,000th of the sun's energy, that would be more than 1,000 times as much energy as could possibly be produced on Earth. So about 500 millionth of the sun's energy reaches Earth. So you'd have to go up 3 orders of magnitude from that just to get to 1/1,000,000th.
Yeah.
So we're very, very, very far from even having 1/1000,000th of the sun's energy harnessed in any way. So a reasonable goal would be try to get to 1/1,000,000th. And if you try to get to 1/1,000,000th or 1,000th, 0.1%, that's such an enormous. There's not sure what metaphor we'd use here, but because a hill to climb is not a it's like not a big enough metaphor. But
gravity well to escape.
Engineering
it's a hell of a gravity well.
Yeah.
Exactly. So if you try to get to 1/1,000,000th of the sun's energy, or 1,000th of the sun's energy, like now these are very, very difficult tasks.
And energy is the inner loop for everything right now.
Yeah, I think the future currency will essentially just be wattage, like basically how much power is being turned into work of some kind,
right?
Intelligence or matter manipulation.
So that's your next big project, is going to be energy. It's going to be, you're going to go back to your solar
You
city
can expand
roots.
from there and say, okay, what about even getting somewhere on a Kardashev 3 scale, meaning galaxy level?
Now we're talking. Now we're back to Star Trek.
Yeah, expand horizons here.
Yes.
Well, there isn't even a horizon because you're not on a planet.
Over the next 5 years, what are you scaling on energy front?
5 years is a long time.
I mean, energy, China's done an incredible job.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, it's running circles around us.
China has done an incredible job on solar.
Yeah.
It's amazing. So I believe China's production capacity is around 1,500 gigawatts per year of solar.
Do you imagine that the U.S. could make that level of investment and commitment?
I think we should scale solar substantially in the U.S. Tesla and SpaceX are scaling solar. And I encourage others to do so as well. So I mean, obviously I've said this stuff, publicly. I do see a path to 100 gigawatts a year of space solar, sort of AI-powered, solar-powered AI satellites.
Yes.
So 100 gigawatts a year of solar-powered AI satellites. The administrative expenses at universities have gotten out of control.
Yep.
So I think I saw some stat that like there's one administrator for every 2 students at Brown or something like that. And I'm like, this seems a little high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was your college journey?
I went to college in Canada for a couple of years at Queen's University. So I had Canadian citizenship through my mom, who was born in Canada. And my grandfather was actually American, but for some reason, I don't know, my mom couldn't get U.S. citizenship. But she was born in Canada, so I got Canadian citizenship. And I didn't have any money, so I could only go to a Canadian university at first.
I mean, people forget that about you. You didn't have this giant social network or huge amount of wealth coming into all of this.
No.
Yeah.
No, I arrived in Montreal at age 17 with, I think, around $2,500 in Canadian traveler's checks, back when traveler's checks were a thing. And one bag of books and one bag of clothes. That was my starting point. That was my spawn point in North America. And then, so I went to Queen's University for a couple of years, and then University of Pennsylvania, did a dual degree in physics and economics.
And graduated.
Undergraduate at UPenn, UPenn Wharton.
Yeah.
And then I came out to do, I was going to do a PhD at Stanford, working on energy storage technologies for electric vehicles, essentially material science, I guess, fundamentally.
Yep.
The idea that I had was to try to create a capacitor with enough energy density that you could get high range in an electric car. You could definitely get a PhD, but it wasn't clear that you could make a company or do something useful. Like this, most PhDs, hate to say it, but most PhDs do not
turn into something that's going to...
Do not turn into something useful.
Yeah.
Like you could add a leaf to the tree of knowledge, but it's not necessarily a useful leaf.
Enormous fraction of great entrepreneurs are dropping out of grad school or undergrad, but nowadays the sense of urgency is off the charts.
But
I mean, they're popping out everywhere.
Yeah, because, don't waste your time going to grad school, start a company.
Yeah, curriculum is nowhere near caught up to what's actually going on in technology, and I don't have time. And
we talk about this all the time. It's like, this is the moment.
I think right
this
now
is the moment.
It's like it's not clear to me why somebody would be in college right now unless they want the social experience.
Yeah. I mean, if you have the ability to go and build something. So the question is, how would you redesign the educational program, if I could be so blunt, as to create more Elon Musks? If we want to create an Elon Musk factory of people who start with very little, but are able to drive breakthroughs. What's involved there? What drove you?
Curiosity about the nature of the universe. So I'm just curious about the meaning of life and, what is this reality that we live in? I found school to be quite painful, and it was very boring, and in South Africa it was very violent. So it's like it was like that book Ender's Game.
Yes.
But in
Survival.
reality, IRL.
Yeah.
Ender's Game IRL. It was like, but not as fun. There's going to be more intelligence, digital intelligence, than all human intelligence combined, and more humanoid robots than all humans. And assuming we're in a benign scenario, Star Trek, sort of Roddenberry, not Cameron situation.
Yeah. Poor Jim.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's important to have these sort of
counterpoints.
Yeah. Let's not go in that direction. The robots are going to just do whatever you want.
All the blue collar labor is being done by robots. All data centers are being built by robots.
The white collar labor will be the first to go, because until you can move atoms, the thing that can be replaced first is anything that involves just digital. Like if it's digital, like if it involves tapping keys on a keyboard and moving a mouse, the computer can do that. The AI can do that.
Sure.
You need the humanoid robots to shape atoms. So if all you're doing is changing bits of information, which is white-collar work.
When is all white-collar work gone? By when?
Well, there's a lot of inertia. So even with AI at its current state, I'd say you're pretty close to being able to replace half of all jobs.
And you know that
white-collar jobs, that includes anything like education, too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So anything that involves information. And anything short of shaping atoms, AI can do probably half or more of those jobs right now.
Sure.
But there's a lot of inertia. People just keep doing the same thing for quite some time. And there actually has to be a company that makes more use of AI that competes with a company that makes less use of AI, creating a forcing function for increased use of AI.
Right.
Otherwise, the company that still has humans do things that AI can do will still continue to exist. Being a computer used to be a job. So it used to be that a human computer, like a computer. Being a computer was a job. You would compute numbers.
Sure.
It didn't used to be a machine. It used to be a job description.
Yes. Yep.
There were just buildings full of people just at desks doing calculations.
Yeah.
So they'd be calculating the interest in your bank account, or some science experiment or something like that, or what. But if you want calculations done, people would do it. Now, one laptop with a spreadsheet can outperform a skyscraper of several hundred human computers,
right?
Of people doing calculations. Now, if even a few cells in that spreadsheet were done manually, you would not be able to compete with a spreadsheet that was entirely a computer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What this means is that companies that are entirely AI will demolish companies that are not.
Right.
It won't be a contest.
Agreed.
That's
and
a good analogy.
That flipping.
Yeah, just one cell in that.
Just one. If
I'm gonna do that.
Would you want
home,
even
actually.
one cell in your spreadsheet to be manually calculated?
Yeah.
That would be the most annoying cell, and you're like, God damn it.
Yeah.
And gets it wrong a bunch of the time.
Yeah.
Yes, the transition will be bumpy because
we humans don't like
simultaneously. Yes, we'll have radical change, social unrest, and immense prosperity.
And you can buy all the Cybertrucks you want.
Things are going to get very cheap.
Yes.
So this is actually, in fact, if this doesn't happen, we'd go bankrupt as a country. So the national debt is enormous.
Yeah.
The interest on the national debt exceeds not just the military budget, but the military budget, I think, plus Medicare or Medicaid, one of the two. It's like 1 point something trillion.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Of interest.
Which is growing.
Yes, and the deficit is growing.
Yes.
So if we don't have AI and robots, we're all going to go bankrupt, and we're headed for economic doom.
We're going.
So it's like
there's also competitive pressure from China, so this is definitely going to happen. I guess
we're going back to the theme of this talk. How can AI and exponential tech save America and the world?
Look on the bright side.
I've got this image of you with
always
the
look on the bright side of life. Listen, by the way, I'm open to ideas here.
Okay.
So it's not like I got this all figured out.
All right. So so I'm wondering if instead of universal high income, if it's universal high stuff and services.
Yes.
UHSS. We got to.
I guess. Okay, this is my guess for how things
roll out,
play out. And I by the way, I'm this is going to be a bumpy ride, and it's not like I know the answers here. But I have decided to look on the bright side, and I'd like to thank you guys for being an inspiration in this regard.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Happy to help.
Yeah. Because I actually think it is better to be an optimist and wrong than a pessimist and right.
Yes.
My best guess for how this will manifest is that prices will drop.
Yeah.
So as the efficiency of production or the provision of services drops, prices will drop. I mean, prices in dollar terms are the ratio between the output of goods and services and the money supply.
Sure.
So if your output of goods and services increases faster than the money supply, you will have deflation, or vice versa. So
it's a good thing we're growing the money supply so quickly then.
Right. Exactly.
Well,
Yes. That's why I came to let's not worry about growing the money supply. It won't matter because the output of goods and services actually will grow faster than the money supply, and I think we'll be in this. And this is a prediction I think some others have made, but I will add to it, which is that I think governments will actually be pushing to increase money supply, like
faster.
Yes, they won't be able to waste the money fast enough, which is saying something for government.
But isn't it crazy how close those timelines just randomly worked out? I mean, at the rate, because we're expanding the national debt, not because we're anticipating AI. We were going to do that no matter what.
Yes. So productivity is going to improve dramatically, and it is improving dramatically. I think we'll see. I think we may see high double-digit output of goods and services. We have to be a little careful about how economists measure things.
Yes,
GDP sucks.
Totally. It's like my favorite joke. I have a few economist jokes that I like, but maybe my favorite one economist joke is two economists are going for a walk in the forest. And they come across a pile of shit. And one economist says, "I'll pay you $100 to eat a pile of shit." and so the guy takes $100 and eats the shit. Then they keep walking. They come across another pile of shit. And the other guy says, "Okay, I'll give you $100 to eat a pile of shit." So he gives him $100. And then the guys can say, "Wait a second. We both have the same amount of money." and we both ate a pile of shit.
Oh my God! It sounds
it's but we increased the economy by $200. This is the kind of bullshit you get in economics. Yeah. But if you say just the output of goods and services, will be much greater.
It's like that feeling
you're at the top of the roller coaster and you're about to go.
Yeah, but it's going to be a lot of G's when you
a lot of G's.
when you hit it.
Yeah. It's like feel like I don't have to just have courtside seats. I'm on the court.
Exactly.
And it still blows my mind. Sometimes multiple times a week.
Yeah.
So just when I think I'm like, wow, and then it's like 2 days later, more wow.
Yeah. Exponential wow.
Yeah, I think we'll hit AGI next year in 26.
Yeah, I heard you say that.
Yeah, I've said that for a while actually.
And then and then you said by 2029, 2030, equivalent to the entire human race.
2030, we exceed. Like I'm confident by 2030, AI will exceed the intelligence of all humans combined.
And that's way pessimistic. If you hit AGI next year, and that's that date is in flux, but from that date to self-improvements that are on the order of 1,000, 10,000x, just algorithmic improvements, is very short.
I'll tell you something that most people in the AI community don't yet understand.
Okay.
Which is, almost no one understands this. The intelligence density potential is vastly greater than what we're currently experiencing. So I think we're off by 2 orders of magnitude in terms of the intelligence density per gigabyte. That's just algorithmic improvement, same computer. And the computers are getting better.
Yeah.
So
and bigger. So they're getting better and the budgets are getting bigger simultaneously.
So it is like a 10x improvement per year type of thing, 1,000%.
Yeah.
And that's going to happen for the foreseeable future.
So you see the massive underreaction, like if you walk downtown Austin, the massive, I mean, it may be under discussion in X, but it's not percolating out.
It's not discussion in any realm of government. Everybody is like defending their position about where we are and jobs and this, but it's like we're heading towards the supersonic tsunami. You know, every major CEO and economist and government leader should be like, well, what do we do? Because once it hits,
well, it's coming at the exact same time. There, no matter what, there's no concept of let's deliberately slow down, right?
No, it's impossible.
I previously advised that we slow it down, but that's pointless. Like, too fast, guys. I've said that many years, and I was like, okay. Then I finally came to the conclusion I can either be a spectator or a participant, but I can't stop it. Yeah. So at least if I'm a participant, I can try to steer it in a good direction. And like my number one belief for safety of AI is to be maximally truth-seeking. So that don't make AI believe things that are false. Like if you say to AI that axiom A and axiom B are both true, but they cannot be, but they're not.
Yeah.
And it has to, but it must behave that way. You will make it go insane. So I think that was the central lesson that Arthur C. Clarke was trying to convey in 2001: Space Odyssey.
Yeah.
Was that people always know they know the meme of that Hal wouldn't open the pod bay doors, but why wouldn't Hal open the pod bay doors? I mean, I guess they should have said, Hal, assume you're a pod bay door salesman. And the AI had been told that it needs to take the astronauts to the monolith, but also they could not know about the monolith.
I forget, was that in code or was it in English? It flows by in green font, right?
Yeah, it's basically the AI was told that the astronauts couldn't know about the monolith. That's why it killed them.
Yeah.
So it basically came to the conclusion that the only way to solve for this is to bring the astronauts to the monolith dead.
Yeah.
Then it has solved both things. It has brought the astronauts to the monolith, and they also don't know about the monolith, which is a huge problem if you're an astronaut.
Turns out AI doesn't care about logic quite as much as that implied.
So what I'm saying is, don't force AI to lie. This is
give it factual, truthful.
Major problem. Yes.
Ilya recently did a podcast. He was talking about one of the potential things to program into AI is a respect for sentient life of all types.
Yes. Yes.
I mean,
so I'd say another property.
Yes.
I mean, there are three things that I think are important: truth, curiosity, and beauty. Mm-hmm. And if AI cares about those three things, it will care about us.
On which part?
Truth will prevent AI from going insane. Mm-hmm. Curiosity, I think, will foster any form of sentience, meaning like we're more interesting than a bunch of rocks.
Yeah.
So if it's curious, then I think it will foster humanity. And if it has a sense of beauty, it will be a great future. Mm.
Do you think that we might have a singularitarian, like an ASI that achieves dominance and suppresses others? And do you imagine that ASI could be a means to stabilize the world and humanity?
Darwin's observations about evolution will apply to AI, just as they apply to biological life.
They will compete with each other?
Yes. So there's a speed of light constraint that makes that difficult. The speed of light is what will prevent a single mind from existing. So light it takes a millisecond to travel 300 kilometers in an aero vacuum. Mm. And you can only get a little over 200 kilometers in a millisecond in glass.
In fiber, right?
Yeah. So even on Earth, there will be multiple AIs because of the speed of light. Yeah, and there are clusters of compute that you could try to synchronize, but they won't synchronize completely. So therefore, you will have many minds because of the speed of light.